Hello, friends and knife nerds. Today we have the Yan Chevron. Beautiful chevron pattern in the titanium here. The designer is Matthew Christensen. The OEM is Riot over in China. This thing feels great. I like the chevron pattern, not as much as diagonal. That's probably my favorite in titanium as far as feel goes, but it's nice. Nice pivot collars. Well, you can see I already had to adjust the pivot collar there and apparently scratched it a little bit. I loosened it an eighth of a turn, and now my detent is absolutely ideal. 3D milled pocket clip, non-reversible, so you got a show side and a work side. Frame lock here. The jimping is really fine on this thing. You got it across the top and down the front for a front flipper. Nice action, well placed, grabs the finger very well. Blade is handsome belt satin finish on the bevel and the swedge up top here, and the flats as well have a belt satin. So just a handsome little drop point there. The size is not huge. It's about 7.5 inches, but I'll measure it up. But man, is it comfortable. The scales are just contoured perfectly. They're not even like contoured scales, but they're, you know, the edges are not the actual thickness, the contouring of the thickness. But it falls perfectly into my hand, and it's a very comfortable knife. I noticed that knives of its size aren't as comfortable as this is. There's something about it that just, the little taper right here really is nice to grab from this kind of loose underhand spot, and it just fits really well underhand into the hand when held naturally. That jimping is nice and sharp, grabs very well. We got a Magna Cut blade on here. I like the swedge and the grind all look excellent together. There you can see Magna Cut. So Matthew Christensen did a beautiful job with this. Now, that thing launches out of there very nicely. And the noise is so nice. I love that noise. It's a real satisfying lock into place. And then falls very nicely shut. Give it an 8 out of a 10 on the fall shut. 7 8, but it's nice. It's not bad at all. Some are better than others. Some falls are better than others. The detent, though, that's like a 9 out of 10 for me. Especially the reverse flick. The front flip is nice, but that reverse flick is almost as good as it gets. That noise and that feel are right there. A beautiful knife. Really nicely made by Riot, designed by Matthew Christensen. We have 3.25 inches of Magna Cut, and then overall we're looking at 7.5 inches. Let's see what we got for 3.87 ounces in weight. So not too bad. It kept under 4. And beautiful chevron pattern. That's clearly where it gets its name from, Yan's Chevron. Excellent work with that belt satin finish and the blade geometry itself. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the sharp jimping. It's kind of classy. Front flippers, like a nice extra. It's not something I'm going to use very often because that blade hole, oh, it feels so good to reverse flick that knife. Very, very nice. Launches perfectly. Belt satin finish looks great. Really handsome knife. It's been on my list for a while now, and finally pulled the trigger, and there it is. Pretty cool knife. Let me grab a couple of knives that I think will be of help, so we have a comparison. I brought the Shaman and Lure Bug Out. That'll give you kind of an idea. Very similar in size, as far as length goes, excuse me, in length to the Bug Out. Definitely a bit of a wider option here, blade-wise, scale-wise. It's a little thicker. Thickness overall, very similar to the Bug Out and the Shaman. They're all kind of around the same. I think it's a little bit thicker and a little bit closer to the Shaman, but the Shaman are contoured, while the Bug Out and the Chevron are not. Contoured scales. So, yeah, there is a quick comparison for you. But I think that, I mean, he's got some, there are some really beautiful versions of this knife. If this doesn't do it for you, there is like beautiful zirconia inlays and zirconium. There is some really nice, more expensive options. If $290 is a baby price for you and you're willing to really step it up, which I'm not. $290 is a lot of money. So, you know, maybe one day we'll try something a little fancier, but I really like this knife at $290. I think it's really well made. And you're getting all the quality and design from Riot. Well, quality from Riot, designed by Matthew Christensen, but you know, if it's out of Riot in China, it's going to be likely made very well, and this is no exception. So, friends, knife nerds, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the comments.